Hello students, myself Miss Rachna Jain, Associate Professor, Department of English, Government PG College, Rajgarh, Alwar. Today I am going to explain you the summary of the poem A Song of Radha the Milkmaid composed by Sarojini Naidu. This poem is in the syllabus of BA Part 1st, English Literature, Paper 1st, Unit B. Students, this is my second video lecture on this poem. The topic of today's lecture is summary to the poem A Song of Radha the Milkmaid. The poem A Song of Radha the Milkmaid was published in the Bird of Time in 1912. It was included in the Indian folk songs section. The love between Radha and Krishna is immortal. Every Indian knows the Radha, the milkmaid, belonged to a small village, Barsana. She goes from her native village to Mathura, the town where her beloved Krishna lives. The two other names of Krishna are Kanhaiya and Govinda. Mathura is the center of the mystic worship of Krishna, the divine cohort and flute player, the divine beloved of every Hindu heart. Sarojini Naidu in this poem tells us about the milkmaid Radha's love for Lord Krishna. Radha, the milkmaid, carried curd to sell at the Mathura fair. She describes how softly the calves were lowing at that time. The third line gives the reader a feel that nobody is buying her curd. Sarojini Naidu beautifully compares the whiteness of curd to that of the clouds in the sky. Radha seems to be least bothered that her curd is not being sold. She seems to be lost in the world of her beloved Lord Krishna. She was so immersed in the worship of her Lord that she cries Govinda several times. The river Yamuna flows on softly as if appreciating her chant. The poet describes the boatsman to be in a very happy and joyous mood. The companions of Radha call out to their friend Radha to come and join them in their celebration by singing and dancing along with them. They are in a joyous mood as they celebrate the advent or coming of spring season. They welcome the spring by wearing saffron clothes and pluck the newly formed buds. They celebrate the advent of spring as it is associated with rebirth and life. Even during this time, Radha seems to be thinking only about her Lord and again cries out Govinda, Govinda. The people around her, the friends of Radha around her, mocked and jeered at her for her love for Lord Krishna. The river Yamuna flows on joyfully regardless. Instead of selling her curd, she carries it to Mathura shrine and offers them as gifts to her Lord. She describes how brightly the shrine was lit up by the torches. She folds her hands to pray the deity encircled by snakes and prays for protection while the conch shells are blown. Her heart is lost to the vision of her beloved Lord, and she calls out the name involuntarily. Others become angry, but the river Yamuna flows on while her water dazzles in the light of the torches. The only mantra known to Radha is Govinda Govinda. The absorption of the lover Radha in the beloved Krishna can go no further. The highest realization consists in such absolute absorption. It is a state of the highest intensity of awareness. The song of the village milkmaid seems very simple and plain, but it carries in it great devotion of Radha to Lord Krishna. Radha is wholly enamored of the beauty, music, and worship of Lord Krishna. She did not care for the people who laughed at her when she cried Govinda Govinda unknowingly. Nor did she care for her mates who mocked at her. In the temple, she did not utter the words of shining ones, guard us by night and by day. People were angry with her, but she cried without knowing, Govinda, Govinda. This state of self-forgetfulness makes Radha merge her identity with Govinda. She loses her own personality in her hero. It is a state of the highest intensity of awareness. It appears to be a mere milkmaid song, simple and plain, but it expresses the highest realization of the soul. It is a common sight in the Brij region for milkmaids to go from the countryside to Mathura city or fair. The heifers are lowing softly and the Shravan breezes are blowing. The river Yamuna is flowing. The girls are singing and dancing on its banks, clad in saffron garments. The rowers are rowing their boats. All these scenes produce local color in the poem. There is a poetry of romanticism in this poem. The ornate epithets, delicate similes, divine love of Radha, complete loss of Radha's identity in Krishna, and repetition of the words Govinda, Govinda give us the deepest spiritual experience. This is one of the most memorable poems of Sarojini Naidu. Her genius is displayed in lyrics. Whenever her heart was stirred emotionally, she wrote lyrics. So the main substance of the poem is the poem narrates the experience of Radha. The song is spoken by Radha. She says that she carried her curds to the Mathura fair. The heifers were lowing softly there. She wanted to cry as to who will buy her curds. Her curds were as white as the clouds of the sky. Her heart was so full of the beauty of Lord Krishna that she cried Govinda, Govinda instead of speaking the selling words. All her companions laughed at her. In the second stanza, Radha says that she carried her pots to the Mathura tide. The rowers were rowing gaily. Her comrades shouted and invited everybody to dance and sing. They asked everybody to wear saffron garments to welcome the spring season. Her companions mocked at her when she cried Govinda, Govinda unknowingly. Her heart was full of the music of Lord Krishna. In the third stanza, Radha carried her gifts to the Mathura shrine. The torches were glowing brightly. She wanted to pray there, but her comrades became angry when she cried Govinda, Govinda unknowingly. In this way, the poem is very remarkable for its imagery. The pictures of the lowing of heifers, blowing of the Shravan bridges, and the flowing of the river are beautiful. The diction of the poem is colloquial and lucid. The language is rhetorical and impressive. The poem has charming rhythm. Some of the alliterative phrases are worth quoting, such as bridges blowing, rowers rowing. So students, in this video lecture, I have explained you the complete summary of the poem A Song of Radha, which will be helpful to understand the explanation of this poem. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.